Hello again, welcome back to Asgard, and welcome back to Farming Valley. So, since last episode, of course, last episode we got our wood farm set up, and I did go out Enderman hunting. I got a few ender pearls, and I made a couple personal anchors. You can also see I made some diamond armor, because I needed something with good defense. We still have those legs, those one legs, but I just put them in a chest. And I did do a little bit of enchanting on the stuff with some extra XP, and we've got Protection 3, Aqua Affinity, Unbreaking 3, Protection 3, and Protection 4, and Unbreaking 3 on our armor. I haven't enchanted the boots yet because I have to hit level 30 again. And I've been running this a bit. I've also got a chunk loader over here, a world spike. So I've noticed the bird's nest, they'll drop, but they don't actually get picked up, so that's fine. It's a lot of just assorted junk. I did have a creeper explode here earlier, so. Over here, let's see where we're at. We still have 51 fertilizer, and I did make a couple changes. There's the world spike, by the way. Very, very minor change. I put the farm hatch over here, and I put the hopper facing out right here, and so then it comes up, it brings that stuff over. Oh, you know what? Forgot to put sand into this. Sand can be produced basically whenever dirt dies and becomes unusable. It can get, the tree farm will replace the sand that spawns when the dirt kind of loses all its fertilization and becomes useless to the farm. It will replace that with dirt, and then it'll pick up the sand and send it out. So, but right here, basically this will cycle apple oak saplings either this way or into the farm. So it'll just cycle it back through, and that way I don't have to worry about feeding saplings into this. You know, it's always got some, so. And then I've left this farm hatch open because later on we'll pipe in, you know, dirt and fertilizer and stuff like that into this side. Then let's pop up here, which honestly, fertilizer and dirt, it's so slow to use through those. I don't even mind if it's manual, truth be told. Because I'm probably going to put like a lantern or something that alerts me when the farm is shut off, and so that way I can check it and say, okay, well, it's because, you know, this or this, whatever. Alright, but if you look right here, we have over 16 stacks of wood. So it's only been like, I don't know, a day and a half since the last episode. We've got 5 stacks of apples. We have almost 4 stacks of saplings. And then I've been running a little bit more cobblestone through here. Okay, so anyways, the first thing that I want to do is I want to... I set up another chest here because I was out of inventory space. I need to dump all this stuff. The first thing that I want to do today is, let me grab a little bit of this stuff. And we made that extra external heater before. I want to use that. I'm also going to want item routers. So, iron... Oh, am I out of treated wood? No, actually I'm not. I made some here. Because I had to make another item router for that, that saplings. Redstone iron. I do have a little bit more iron smelting. I did a little bit of mining. I think I've got like 2 stacks smelting at the moment. Nothing too crazy. Let's go ahead and grab our item router. And I want to add charcoal. Now that we've got wood being produced, I want to go ahead and add charcoal into the mix. So, let's see. I guess we'll pop down here. Look at all this stuff. Just constant stuff coming down through here. Okay, so what I'm thinking is we're going to have the item router. We're going to have it setting... we'll put it like right in... Well, in truth, I may have it setting right here. It'd be really easy to move the power over, and it doesn't really need to be very far back, in truth. So let's go ahead. We'll set up our item router right there. And... where did that sapling go? Okay, I'm going to need a little bit of this wood. Apple. Oh my gosh. There we go. I had to hold shift. Okay. Anyways, the blue side here, we're going to say that you can send off apples, saplings, wood. I'm also going to have to get a piece of sand to put that into the filter. And then what we're going to do is we're going to set up a furnace. And we'll have the furnace setting, let's see, we'll have... I'll tell you what, I'm going to put a furnace right there. And I'm actually going to double hopper this. Just to make it a little bit more convenient. So, hopper feeding into the top of it. And then a hopper, let's see, that's white side. Hopper feeding over into that hopper. And the white side, we're going to say you can also accept oak wood. Okay, or you can, oak wood can go out that side as well. And then we should see there's oak wood coming in. It's coming into the furnace. And then all we have to do is just plug up our external heater. I'm going to put this just setting like right here. And then I'm going to need some power cables. And I need to get sand and put it into the filter for the item router. Well, let's just pop up here. I've still got one more hopper. Okay, I've got to pop down to the storage building to get a couple things here. I need all of the MV wire connectors, relays, and coil. Okay, sand's already starting to back up right there. There we go. Send that on down. And then what we're going to do is we're going to have the... See, the furnace is going to feed out. We'll probably put it on the bottom there. And so we'll put a hopper there, feeding the items out, you know, the charcoal that's being produced. And then what we'll do is... Let's actually shift this torch over... And let's just go ahead and put, we'll put a conveyor right there, just feeding over into the main conveyor. And then, right there. And then that's pretty much it. And then all we have to do is just set up our MV wire connector. We'll put it right there. And then run our power cable over. And let me actually go ahead and dump all these items in, let them start sending down, going down the conveyor belt. And we'll just connect this power over like so. Oh, you know, whoops. Let me rotate this thing real quick. I totally forgot you gotta set the side on it. Then we can connect this over and then we'll start producing charcoal. And then we can start sending charcoal up to our drawers and then we'll be all set on that front as well. Which is exciting because having automatic charcoal is just nice. It's just one of those things that's just nice to have. And let's take our charcoal. No. I don't have any kind of, what? That didn't feel good at all. Alright, teleport me up here. Oh, I need to go sleep. My hunger's down and stuff anyways. Oh. Knockback sword is not nice on skeletons. Okay, we'll add charcoal to the mix, and there we go. That's going to start building up charcoal for us. Alright, so now that that's done, I'm going to go ahead and sleep real quick because, yeah. I need to do it. And then I've got a bunch of oak wood. I'm actually going to go ahead and grab like I don't know, a bunch of this to kind of even this out because this is going to end up, I'm going to have to stop the farm here soon. I need that charcoal to get built up and it's not going to have time. Hey, you. I swear there's skeletons all over the place. Where? Goodbye. Okay. Anyways, back to what I was trying to do here. There we go. That thing should start kicking out some charcoal now. I mean, this hopper, well, it's not going to back up under normal circumstances anyways. Okay, so it's going to start pumping out charcoal, and we should be good on space for everything else at the moment. We are. I'm going to, probably by next episode, I'm going to have to shut off the farm because we're just not going to have the storage space for all of that. Okay, so we've got charcoal being produced, which is great. That's great. And skeletons, I swear. I need to get back over here to my bicycle. Okay, now one thing I want to do real quick. Kind of a little side thing here. So I want to pop by Eulif's. And I want to get a clipboard. Okay, he doesn't open for a couple more minutes. But I know we've got a couple clipboards, and I haven't forgotten about those. It's just, you know, with the way we've been building things and working through projects, I'm not marking a lot of things off of there. So I just kind of grab them when I want to add something, and I grab them whenever I want to check something. Is generally how I do it. Alright, so I want to get right down here, clipboard. Go ahead and give me one of those. And what I want to do, let's pop back up to the factory real quick. And right up here, I want to add, let's see, cobblestone, gravel, sand, glass, which most of these are going to get marked off, but glass bottles, wood, saplings, apples, charcoal. And we've done that, which these aren't, you know, technically they're not fully automated because cobblestone is not being automatically produced at the moment. But what I want to do is just make a factory list, okay? And this is things that we're going to have automated within our factory. So far, of course, we've covered all of those. But then let's also include creosote bottles, coal coke, treated wood, which is probably going to be other treated wood products that I make here on site, but these are like the key points at the moment moving forward, and then we'll add things like, you know, with wood. I may add in oak planks. We'll add that into the system. But then from there, I'll go ahead and automate like chests and stuff later on. But right now, I'm just covering the key points. So, and then we're going to want steel, slag, ore processing is another thing that was going to be up here, because we're actually going to connect this to the mines and have probably mine carts that pull everything that we go and mine. We put it in the mine cart, and then it comes up here and it dumps all the ore processing stuff up here and kind of sorts through all of our stuff from the mine. Also, clay, bricks, and bricks. It's the same. You know, you got the bricks and the bricks. So we're definitely going to want those things. Yeah, we'll start with that. But basically, I just want to have a clipboard here. And what is the... I can't remember how you put it down. I'll have to look. There's a way you can... oh, shift. There we go. So now what we can do is we have our little list here. And this is stuff that, you know, we're working on automating. So shift and right click to place it down. And that way we kind of have access to this. And just kind of like a little running thing that's going to be kind of nice for setting this up. Of course, now these are all going to get moved fairly soon, actually. Before too long, because we're going to be working on clay next. Now that we have charcoal being produced. So I think the next thing that I want to do is start setting up mana up here. And we are going to go through here and clean this place. I'm just kind of on a deadline right now, trying to work towards bricks so that we can actually build this place out. And I don't really want to have to do that manual anymore, if I can avoid it, because it's pretty much not fun. Alright, so let's pop down to the home spot. And a bicycle. Do I have living rock down here? I'm going to go ahead and start making some living rock, because I am going to want to start setting up mana up there. And then I'm also going to want some endoflames. These are what? 2 brown, red, and light gray. I might as well go ahead and break these down. And there's a little bit more light gray. Let's grab that. And let me do just a little bit more brown here. I'm actually just going to go ahead and do as much bone meal as I've got. There we go. Because I want to make some endoflames. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to have... oh, how many spreaders? Because there's a few things that we're going to have implemented with Botania up there. Okay. We've got 10 of them. That should be good. Because I think I'm going to do 5 endoflames per spreader. And I think we'll have 2 spreaders for right now. And then, you know, as time goes on, that's something that we'll upgrade. But for right now, that'll be good. Mana spreaders, that's... oh yeah, I need gold. Okay, where's my book? And I am going to need some living wood. Well, it just so happens that we have... let me go ahead and grab just a few of those. Just so happens that we have plenty of wood now to make living wood with. So let's go ahead and just grab like a stack of this to take down to our Botania area. And once we get this clay stuff done, it'll be like cobblestone and clay automated, you know, next up. And once we get that stuff in place, then we can start doing all the redstone control, which is going to be fun. I'm kind of looking forward to all of that. The redstone cables that I showed you right here that we used, yeah, we're going to be using those quite a bit. Quite a bit within that setup. Alright, so we'll get some living wood being made. Yeah, I've got some living wood, though, right here. And let me go ahead and make a few mana pools. And then I'm going to want... oh yeah, I need petals. There we go. And I'll dump that stuff into there, and I'll throw that in there as well. And do we want to go ahead and make these? There should be a floating endoflame, right? There is? Yeah. Okay. I think we're going to go ahead and make this into a floating endoflame. All 10 of these. Just because I think it's going to look better. Plus, I don't really want grass I don't really want grass inside of our factory. You know, it doesn't really make a whole lot of sense to have that. And let me go ahead and grab... I'm going to want our bicycle for this. There we go. And we'll turn them into pasture seeds. And then we need to get ourselves a bit of dirt. Let me pop over to... well, dirt and glowstone. We'll need the glowstone first, so... Get 10 pieces of that, combine it with our endoflame, or no, I'm sorry, we don't do that. We need to combine that with flowers. Okay, what, glowstone? I actually didn't get enough glowstone, did I? Nope. There's glimmering, 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 and a little bit more glimmering. And then what we can do is we can combine that, pasture seeds, we can get our floating flowers. So let's get that. Okay. Well, anyways, we can combine those with our endoflames. And we'll get our floating endoflames. Let me get like 10 more pieces of glowstone real quick. Okay, so 10 floating endoflames. There we go. And let me pop back over to the home. Grab our bicycle. Okay, now we should be all set. Floating endoflames, well, to start setting it up, I guess. I don't know if I want to compress it into blocks. Oh, you know what? There's not a block of charcoal in this pack. I mean, there's chiseled ones. Oh, there we go. Oh, it doesn't display the burn. There's 16,000, 1,600. Yeah, it's more efficient to burn it as blocks of charcoal. So we're gonna do that. We're gonna burn it as blocks of charcoal. Okay, so let's pop up to the factory. Oh, I need to drop these shears off. We're gonna pop up to the factory and figure out exactly where we're gonna place this down at, because I'm not 100% sure. Because we're gonna have to have like a general mana area that we're gonna use, and I'm thinking about having it. I was actually thinking about having it over here, so it's kind of out of the way of all this automation, because then I can ship the mana over to wherever it needs to go. So we kind of have like a little mana generation corner area, and I think that might be what I do. Or do I want it, or would I rather have it somewhere over in here-ish? Okay, actually, I got an idea what we're going to do here. Let me grab just a little bit of these factory blocks, and that way we can bring... Let's grab that, bring that pillar up a little bit, and I'll go ahead and just put this hempcrete down right there. And I still got to shape up the bottom of this, that's fine. Okay, so we're going to put a mana spreader setting like right there. We're going to have a mana spreader setting like right there. And yeah, I can still get kind of underneath that once I make more hempcrete. And we're going to have these setting... Let's actually do our floating flowers setting something like... There. And there. And then, let's see, I don't have my Wand of the Forest is actually, I think, in here. Let me make sure all of these are linked up correctly. No, it's over in the mana area. That's fine. They should all be linked up, I should think, but I'll check that. I'll double check it in a second. And then we'll set this one up, pretty much the same way. Like that. So actually over by that door, there'll be all these like mana things going around. And then what I want to do is, let's pop up here. And right in the middle of this. So like right here. We're going to do our mana pool. And that should be... I'll tell you what. Let me pop over to... Oh, I missed the sleeping time. No, I didn't mean to do that. I'm so terrible about watching that time. There we go. Let's go grab our Wand of the Forest. And let me pop back up here. And we'll make sure and link all this stuff up real quick. So we're going to say... And it should be close enough that it should be able to reach it no problem. Without too much issue. I shouldn't have to craft any upgrades or anything for that. One thing is it going to hit that wall? Because I almost feel like it's hitting that wall. Let me pop down here real quick. Yeah, see, it looks like it's colliding with that wall. I may have to pull... Let's see. Let's put it right there. Okay, I'm going to make it work. I have an idea for up there. For actually underneath the pillars in general. And I think it's going to look pretty good once we get around to that. And we'll put a mana pool, or connect that mana spreader up. Okay, so we have those two feeding up into this spreader. Or this pool, I mean. And we'll set it up so that there's a little bit of space for redstone right now. And then what we'll do is we'll put a spreader setting like right there. And then that's going to pull mana out and send it to, you know, wherever it's supposed to go. Actually, I could... No, it's going to hit that. Okay, that'll be good. That will be good. And then what we'll do is we'll set up our mana pools. It's not going to take up a ton of space, but... Yeah, we're actually going to have it setting right over here. Okay, so we'll set up a mana pool like right there. That'll be good, actually. And then we'll connect that over like so. And then if we were to get, let me pop down here to the storage building. And I want to run by and get a compacting drawer. I don't know that the charcoal will work in a compacting drawer. I'm not for sure, to be honest. So let's grab... Let me go ahead and get a few of these, in fact. Because we're going to need them. I may actually have charcoal already set up in the house in a compacting... I'm not sure. Let's pop up to the factory. We're about to find out. Because it's not like the normal charcoal. It's like a chiseled charcoal. Which is quite different. It seems like the normal charcoal block is disabled. Okay, block of charcoal does work in that. Let's see, my only thing is we don't have an item extraction that is filtered necessarily within this pack without going with like refined storage. Because if I was to set up, say, no, I'll tell you what, I'm not going to worry about that right this second. We can use standard charcoal. It's slightly less efficiency, but I'm not really worried about it that much at the moment. And then later on we'll change it up. Once I actually get these items down there, and once we start getting into refined storage, I'll change that up. Because I don't have a filtered extraction, so I can't really specify, or I don't have a filtered extraction at the moment, so I can't specify if I want it to send charcoal blocks, right? That comes to mind. I mean, there's the item router, but it doesn't extract. You know, items have to be pumped into it. And I could, you know, I might send the charcoal through an assembler, maybe. But for right now, yeah, for right now we're just going to use standard charcoal. That's fine. That's okay with me. Okay, and what I want to do is like, let's see, right in here. And I'm actually going to have it drop the charcoal like right down here. Okay, like beneath the floor. I think is what I'm going to do. Because the endoflame should be able to pick it up without any problem. I'm just clearing that out for right now. We'll put the floor back in just a moment. So let me grab like 5 pieces of that charcoal. I just want to make sure everything is running good. So if I was to throw this down, like right there. Aha, the ones at the top do not recognize it. Okay. Or cannot reach it. So instead what we'll do is we'll put endoflame there. And endoflame right there. That looks good. And then eventually we'll probably, once we have better spreaders, we'll probably do a few more. These spreaders generally, 5 endoflames is pretty good on them. Don't want to go too high on these. So they're not very powerful. Alright, so that's producing mana, and it's sending mana down to this mana pool. And then what I would like to do is, let's, I might actually have it go into like a mana distributor instead. Because we'd still have the walkway cleared if I had a mana distributor with mana pools coming up. Then you could walk over in this direction. I think it'll be okay. And this way all the mana stuff is like under the floor, you know, out of the way. Okay, so now what I want to do is let's actually set up the dropping system for that. And I'm probably going to need some more iron, I do imagine, or hoppers, because I don't think I have any hoppers. No, I don't. Let's see. Let me pop down here real quick. So like right in here, and let's actually just go under the ground. Okay, so right there is where, like if I came straight up right in here, that would put us right in the center. Okay, let me pop down to the storage building real quick, and let me go by and get some iron. Let's grab like a stack of that, and back up to the factory, and I want to make some vertical conveyors first up. So I'll go ahead and do like that. There's 10 of those. And then let me get a piece of all this stuff. Okay, let's put the item router down right here. And we're going to say that blue side can take charcoal, sand, saplings, apples, oak wood. And then green side is going to take charcoal. And then what we're going to do is we're going to have our conveyors come out. And let me get my hammer so I can rotate these things around. Come out on this side. And then we're going to do vertical conveyors that just go straight up. Okay, I'll tell you what, let me actually, for right now, I'm going to rotate that back into there so the charcoal doesn't come up here, because right now I'm trying to get all this stuff set up. And then, actually, let me drop this floor by 1, maybe. And where's my shovel? Okay, so the charcoal comes up right there, and then we're going to have to send it over to each of these, where they're going to need to be dropped underneath the floor. And I'm going to have to craft solignolias for both of these. Like, definitely going to have to craft those. It's not a big rush because I haven't really been generally wearing my ring in here, but just to be on the safe side, we'll have to get those crafted pretty quickly. And let me actually... Let me pop up here and let me go dump all this dirt and stuff off. Okay, so for right now, what we're going to do is we're going to have the conveyor come out, bring the items out, and then we're going to have a splitting conveyor setting like right here. And then it's going to bring the items over to like right there, and it's just going to dump them off on this dirt. I think that'll be okay. And then what we're going to do is we're actually going to have it just like this. And we're going to have the redstone control instead linked down to, well, we'll probably put a hopper down there. Probably change it over to a hopper later on. Right now I'm not going to, because it's not going to produce, because basically it's not going to produce charcoal so fast that with, you know, normal it running and having to cut down the trees and produce the charcoal and do all that, it's not going to beat out these endoflames. Especially if they're running, if we aren't upgrading it to blocks. If we change this over, then we'll change over the way that this is handled slightly. But for right now's purposes, because of course a lot of this is going to change once we have that one building done. I just have to get bricks put in, like right now. Okay, so we'll set it up just like that. So the charcoal gets fed over. If I was to go grab some charcoal, and this setup is definitely one of our setups that's not finalized like at all, but that's because all the redstone control is going to be stemming from our storage area, and until I get the storage area sorted out, you know, I can't really... That is still running on all that wood I put in there earlier. Yeah, see, this isn't going to burn fast enough that it's going to be able to beat out those endoflames, because those endoflames they eat through stuff pretty quickly. So what we're going to do is, and we'll watch it and see and all that. But for right now, I think this is going to work just fine. So charcoal can come out right there. And if we head upstairs, which actually I think, let's just teleport. I've got to open that whole area up a little bit. Let's see, is it burning? Ah, see, it's not registering. Okay. Oh, you know what it is? No, it's... The fact is, that's too far down for this to read it. So what if we did like that? It's still not registering. I've had this issue in the past with stuff, actually. Now that I think about it, I had it on Sprout. So we are going to have to change this up just slightly here. I'll tell you what, we'll go with a dispenser instead. That's going to work out well, I think. So let me pop back down to the storage building. I'm going to need just a bit of stuff here. A couple of those, and then we'll do like an hourglass. So mana steel, mana glass, let me get that. But I'm thinking the furnace shouldn't be able to beat out our endoflames. Like, and we're sending, you know, we're sending every other one over here. Or roughly every other one anyways. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have just these hovering hourglasses. I'm going to have them just set to like 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, maybe every 3 seconds. It'll dispense. So where's my bicycle? I miss sleeping time again. Like, I can't keep up with the time. I just don't ever glance up there at it. And then we'll end up adding some more advanced redstone next episode, just briefly at the start of the episode, for controlling all of that. That should be able to fix our problem with the dispensing part of things. And then all we'll have to do is, well, I'll have to change it over to hopper down there. I'll do that in just a second at the bottom. I was just wanting something that I could easily rotate to shut it off for right now. So we're going to have a... We'll have a dispenser setting like right there, and then we'll have this feed up like that. That should feed up into it, I think. Let me go grab this piece of charcoal and we'll find out. Yeah, it goes up into the dispenser. That's great. And then what we'll do is every 3 seconds, put that right there. It'll dispense charcoal. And then I'm going to actually kind of block that in a little bit so the charcoal doesn't go quite so far. There we go. We'll just kind of block that in. So it just kind of goes in that little 1 block space. The endoflames get it, and there we go. Easy as pie. And then we'll do the same thing over here. So we'll pull that up. We'll bring this up. We'll have hovering hourglass sitting there. Sand. Dispenser. And then we'll just kind of block this in a little bit. There we go. And let's see. Then all we need to do is whenever we set up the redstone, which will basically be comparator bookcase over here for the mana pool. I'll probably do let's see, maybe a red string comparator. I don't know. We'll mess with that next episode because I don't think it's going to be that important for this episode or that much of a rush for it because I'm going to have this running for a while. And plus I know we're almost at wrapping up point, so we'll do the redstone for that next episode, and we'll get into a bit more Botania stuff. Oh, you know what? I dumped all my iron into the storage building. But I want all the redstone stuff to be out of sight for sure. And then all we have to do is just pop down to the tree farm, change this over for a hopper, and then what we can do is when, like, say this mana pool gets filled, then we can send redstone over. I may send it to the droppers as well, or I mean the dispensers, to power them off, but we'll need to send it to this hopper that's down here. We'll need to send it down to this hopper to power everything off. And, you know, not send charcoal down this direction anymore. So, go ahead and do that. And will this feed like that? I guess we're about to find out. Okay. Yeah, oh, well, it's feeding it over. There you go. Haha. Okay, so that does work. Oh, I didn't really want the cobble, but that's fine. That's okay, whatever. So then if this gets redstone, it'll stop sending charcoal. And then if we go ahead and send redstone up to the dispensers, in case there's any backed up charcoal, well, actually there should never be any backed up charcoal with this. I shouldn't think. Hey, zombie, thanks for that. Why don't you get off of there? It's not going to run fast enough to really back up charcoal, like the smelting of the charcoal. It's not going to be fast enough to back up the dispensers. So I don't actually think we're going to have to worry about shutting off the dispensers. We're just going to have to worry about shutting off the hopper that's down there, in fact. So, but the reason I'm waiting on a lot of this redstone control, of course, a lot of it is going to stem off of that little building that's down there. But it's all going to be one big cable line using different colors, kind of running through a lot of the factory. Chances are they'll probably end up having to be like 2 because there's a lot of things that's going to have to toggle off and stuff. But there's going to eventually be enough endoflames that are over here that this is going to be able to run non-stop off however much charcoal that the single furnace can make. So, I mean, I could add another furnace or, you know, multiple furnaces or whatever. But I don't think I'm going to. I think this is going to be plenty of charcoal for our needs. Like, if this was, you know, like a super heavy, like, oh my gosh, look at all those resources type pack, I would do it a little bit differently. But I think this is going to be plenty for us within this pack. But yeah, we've got mana being produced, which is awesome. And then what we can do is we can use that. Next episode, we'll be setting up... we will do a little bit of redstone control for that one hopper coming off of this mana pool. Right now, I'm not worried about it because there's no way this is going to back up you know, anytime soon. And then we are going to set up clay conia automation and probably cobblestone automation as well. So that's next episode, because then we will be able to mark off. Of course, from clay comes bricks and bricks and bricks. And all that good stuff. So we'll be able to mark those off of our list then. So, which honestly, I think I could well, I can't send bricks. Let me check something. I don't think bricks will go into a compacting drawer, will they? They have to actually be crafted because they can't uncraft, if I recall. I think that's why I don't have them in a compacting drawer. Oh, they do. Never mind. Okay, so yeah, we just need to make bricks in general and then compact them. Is all we need to do. I was thinking since they wouldn't uncraft, they wouldn't go into a compacting drawer. Some things are that way, but... So yeah, next episode we'll get clay and bricks and cobblestone being produced, which means this whole system is going to start running. Now, I will say I'll have to manually toggle it off later on. So the cobblestone stops being produced, the cobblestone stops running, because later on... Because next episode we won't have the redstone control, because that's going to stem off of that building that's down there. So I'm just going to have to kind of manually watch it. But yeah, we will start having some bricks and stuff being created, which means, you know, later on this week maybe we'll start working on that little attachment building, which means we can actually start doing redstone control soon. So, and I figured out the design and everything I want to use for it, and it's fairly straightforward and nothing out of our means at all at the moment. So once we get the bricks set up, we'll be good to go, and we can just build it because we have the resources now to do so. So, anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the episode. If you did, as always, be sure and hit that like button and go ahead and subscribe if you're not already to stay updated with when new videos come out. And I hope to see you guys next time.